Hey everybody, it's Qqcknd and welcome back to 5 Fact Friday. I'm in my backyard. You can see Ethan is in the window. I don't know if you can see him. We've been back here before. Usually there's a lot more greenery back here, but everything is like a little dead and I don't think there's like any patio furniture, so I'm sitting in the ground, but it's super nice out. Got my skirt and my little knee highs on, my cardigan, which I might actually be taking off so I can sit on it. But welcome to 5 Fact Friday. I have my Only Yesterday shirt on, if you can see it. No, probably not. So I have this shirt on today. From the movie that John and I saw on Monday. Touching my hair. So John and I saw Only Yesterday on Monday. It is the, I don't want to say newest because it came out in 1991, but it was translated and I guess dubbed, like Studio Ghibli movie that was in like more indie theaters this week. In Philadelphia, it played up until Wednesday, so John and I saw it on Monday. I really liked it. You guys asked me how it was. I really liked it. I had a lot of questions, and sometimes when John and I see a movie together, he's like, "You ask me so much stuff." And I mean, yeah, when we watched Star Wars, I had a lot of questions because people go crazy for Star Wars. So John knows answers to things that aren't even in the movie that like you would have to know through research, so that's why I ask him a lot of questions. And he's like, "You just watch the movie." And I'm like, "No, I don't get it. I don't get the time period, sir." Watched the movie, we went a couple blocks, and then I was like, "John, just like let me talk to you about the movie." He really liked it, and I was kind of like left wanting more. I don't know if that's something about me. But I do like it. I do recommend it. The thing about the recent Hayazaki movies that we've gone to see in theaters, they're very long. So I think a part of me, like the last 45 minutes, I had to pee so bad, but you can't miss anything. And I don't know anything about this movie like coming out. Like I feel like in the early 2000s, I torrented like all of the Studio Ghibli stuff. Like I feel like I've seen really abstract things like what's the one? Ocean Waves. So I had never heard of this movie. I was a little like, I've heard of all of them. I would watch Graveyard of Fireflies again. I couldn't even say that. Even John is like, "Oh yeah, I love all those movies, but I won't watch that." And I'm like, "That's okay. No one can watch that. That's really difficult to watch." So I really like that movie. That was called Only Yesterday. I would look that up and see if it's playing near you. Welcome to my backyard again. I got this shirt at Hot Topic. I bought it online because there's not a Hot Topic in Philadelphia. But I think Hot Topic's cool. I don't have an issue shopping with them. When I lived in Texas, I ended up at Hot Topic all the time. So I got a question, when are you getting your next tattoo? Funny you ask this for 5 Fact Friday. I'm actually going to New York on Monday. I'm actually going to New York on Monday to get my arm finished. Mark Cross has been working on my arm, and he said we had like one more session. I think I'm just going to get like you see people get chain links. I think I might just get a chain link across here to kind of finish that little bit off, and then hopefully my arm is finished. The only real thing that I've been nitpicky about is this spot right here, and this tattoo doesn't really fit in. But sometimes I kind of like that. I don't know. So that is like super nitpick. That'll probably be left alone forever. And then this is just empty. I'm going to Greenpoint. I'm sorry. I'm going to Rose Tattoo in Greenpoint, Brooklyn to be tattooed by Mark Cross. I haven't seen him yet this year. I'm pretty excited. Gonna say hi and catch up. Get something to eat in the neighborhood. Because I am very excited for that. Then Mark and I, maybe I can put down a deposit or something for my back piece being started. So that should be really exciting. He's gonna trace my back. I have the manatee tattoo, which was like in the process of removal. So he'll give me the word if it is removed enough. And my shark tattoo kind of goes pretty deep into my back. So I'm just a little worried about the placement on that, if that'll affect the tattoo and how big or small we can go. Whatever. I trust his opinion. Honestly, the shark needs to be like touched up. So whatever it needs to be done, I'm just gonna let him do what he needs to do so my back can be done. So a couple of you guys noticed from my Instagram and my Snapchat on Sunday, I don't know if you guys can hear me because of the police siren. So I posted this picture the other day. You can kind of see me sitting there, and this picture was in regards to the new Tattoo Talk Tuesday intro. I even posted this whole thing on Instagram, thanking everyone who is involved on my Patreon page. Patreon is kind of just like, I guess like a crowdfunding. I hate to say crowdfunding, but I guess that's what it is. You kind of sponsor your favorite creator, and I have different tiers on there that you can select. And then once a month, I think you're billed if you're in that tier. So if every month you donate $1 to Patreon, then you get billed the $1. And you can also, like, if you don't want to be a part of the incentives, you can also select that. You can be like, I'll just give her $5, like, don't enter me in a contest or anything like that. So everyone who donated to my Patreon page, that money all went towards funding the new Tattoo Talk Tuesday intro. I know I had been talking about it for a while, so I created the Patreon page, and then last month, all the Patreon people, I think we raised like $59, which pretty much covered all of the stuff to make the new Tattoo Talk Tuesday intro, which I really like. I think it's gonna come out super cool. We did a short version and an extended version, kind of like, I don't know, if you watch The Office, there is like the first like 3 or 4 seasons, The Office intro is really full and like, I don't know, 10 seconds long. But I think it's during the 5th season, they do 4 or 5 episodes that are 45 minutes long, and they do a little short theme song. So we created 2 options. I met Austin through Instagram. He photographs graffiti in Philadelphia. I actually thought he was a graffiti writer, so I had seen his stuff before, just some of his photographs and some of his like videography and stuff. And John was like, oh yeah, I think I know him. So when I messaged him, he was like, I don't know John, I don't do graffiti, but yeah, I'd love to. So that was cool. And like, I felt stupid, but it was okay. I think it came out really cool. And just like the level of professionalism was so far beyond like what is on my channel, like the equipment he brought and the camera he had and his editing ability and all of that stuff. Just so far beyond what I can do. So I said this before, like, I'm really happy to get other creators on my channel, and not even like YouTube creators, but like people who went to school for this stuff, and people who have a vision and an idea and who don't think I'm crazy. Like, we went out to get coffee to talk about it, and I like had all these ideas, and I was like, first of all and most of all though, this is my YouTube channel, so I'm sorry if you feel like this is a waste of your time. Like, I'm not like a big business kind of guy. I'm just like a person on YouTube who shares my ideas with people who usually agree or like who are usually into it. but he was into it and he understood and could kind of get through all the stuff I was saying, and I think we created something awesome. So thank you to you guys for watching Tattoo Talk Tuesday and believing in it. I think it's like our best series on the Qqcknd channel, so I was happy to create that intro and make that series a little stronger, and I hope to work with Austin in the future and kind of make other series stronger too. Like I said, everything from the Patreon page always goes back into the channel, so I'll always put that stuff into the channel to make something great. Recently, my friend Justine and I, today she asked me if she could be at the meetup, so you might meet her. Justine and I went to Target looking for new cameras. She has like some experience with like photography cameras or whatever. So I think our next big couple steps would be, it's an ice cream truck, talking to Austin about helping me film some other videos, some other intros, and ultimately saving up for a new camera, saving up for a green screen, better lighting. And I know some of you guys are like, I like OG Qcknd, I like Qcknd in that corner of her room, and like, me too, but I'm always looking for channel upgrades, and that's the Patreon. I'll leave a link and you can subscribe to that if you want. I think the smallest increment is $1, and I see you dollar people, and I'm with you. So you can read up on that, no pressure. And that is what happened on Sunday. A little behind the scenes, I am a shampoo girl now at a salon, and I have this like kind of rash on my hand from the gloves. I think I'm allergic to them. So I have a rash on my hand. I forgot to shave one leg. So in the video, like, and my shoes, I'm wearing them right now. My shoes have like cat hair all over them from Ethan. So Austin came and I was like, I have a bug bite on my leg. My hand has a rash. My shoes are a mess. And he like made sure none of that was really present in the video. Between you guys and me, look out for the rash on my hand. No, he made sure none of that was in there. Super professional. When John came home, I was like, oh my god, I had to tell Austin about my rash. So that was cool. Thanks. On Tuesday, I actually took off of Tattoo Talk Tuesday. A couple of you guys asked me what I did instead, and you guys are all like to share with you guys what I did instead. So Tuesday, because not everybody follows me on Instagram. On Instagram, John came home early from work that day, and he called me, and he had stuff to do, and I had stuff to do. Tuesday is like my day where I do Tattoo Talk Tuesday like all day and pretend I go to the gym. So he called me early and he's like, what are you doing today? And I was like, it's Tuesday, John. And he's like, I know, and I was gonna do this, but I'm gonna come home, it's beautiful out, and we're gonna go and do something. And I was really excited because the day before, we went to see that movie, so I was like, alright, we dated all week, now we can go back to work. So it was really cool. I haven't been to our house in a really long time between graduating and starting my new job so quickly. He was like, I'm taking you there, I'm showing you what's new. And I was so happy. We walked there, which was like a beautiful walk. I like don't spend enough time in that neighborhood, so I was really excited to see the neighborhood and the house. And so after I saw the house, I was like, I know I have to do something special for John. Like, he's here working without me and without help. And, so I was just really excited to take him out. You can see in the pictures, just from like 2 years, what he's accomplished and what he's done. And it might be a little hard because the angles are a little different, but, yeah, we have a full staircase, we have walls, we have ceilings, the bathroom downstairs is functioning, there's electricity in our kitchen, which we didn't have before, so now the full house has electricity and can function. in that way. And it was just really crazy. I haven't been there since the back room, the kitchen. The back room has been completely drywalled, so that was super exciting. And I was just really proud of him and really overwhelmed with what he's done. And I was like, I'm taking you to the Indian buffet. So we walked out to the old neighborhood that my school was in. So that was like a ton of memories too. And we ate until we were sick. But that was really fun, and I was really proud of him. And you guys know how much I value self-care. So when I put that out there, I just got a lot of really positive feedback. Only like 1 or 2 people were like, where's Tattoo Talk Tuesday? And they either missed that post or they didn't follow me on Instagram, and that happens. And since Austin at that point was still working on the Tattoo Talk intro, since I haven't taken off Tattoo Talk Tuesday, I was like, this is really important to me and John. So you guys asked me a couple questions about the house. I'll never know when we're ready to move in. I think the thing is, John wants to move in while it's like maybe 75% complete, and I want to move in when it's 100% complete. So I think there is a little bit of issue there, just because I'd rather be finished, or like for the most part finished. Like there's an episode, I think, of 5 Fact Friday where he's like, well, we're gonna move in before the backyard is finished. And I'm like, well, okay, but like I'd like everything to be finished too. But maybe late this year. There's no rush though, and I have to like tell John that, like let him know that there is no pressure and nobody's like wanting him to finish and all of that stuff. And I mean, John is like me. I know that he gets stressed out and he feels like, oh, I've been working on this house for so many years with nothing to show. So I just like really wanted to let him know that like he accomplished so much, and that there's nobody's waiting for us to finish. We're completely happy. So I told him I should run an Instagram contest where the winner helps us work on the house for the day. He was like, yeah, do that, please. Can you do that? This is him on the phone. Hello? I'm in the backyard filming 5 Fact Friday. Oh, what do you need? Stamps? Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, come to the backyard. I'm finished. Okay, bye. So yeah, that's what happened. And my final question for the day, before John gets downstairs, says, do you ever find yourself comparing yourself to adults your age, like adults who have moved out, married, and have kids? So, I don't have a Facebook, and I think it's because I did have a huge problem with comparing myself to a lot of the people who graduated from my high school. It was a big problem, and I had to delete that. I also got a lot of weird feedback from people my age, so I think a lot of us were comparing ourselves to each other all the time. A lot of people from my high school did get in a lot of trouble. There are people who have overdosed, and a lot of people who died. So I think you can compare yourself in a positive way and in a negative way. So I don't know if that's always really healthy, but I mean, we do have friends our age who have kids, and I think you just become a different adult in that way. And I don't find myself like comparing myself like that. I also think I'm too young to be married, but for people who are my age and who are married, I think that's fine too. Are we getting married, John? Because we're young? I don't know. Like, I used to love that show on MTV, like Underage and Engaged or whatever it was, something weird like that.
That shit was shot out.
Yeah, those kids were very young, and I kind of keep my own parents' milestones in mind, and I've surpassed them like 100%. So, I mean, my parents had a kid when they were 18, so I think we're okay. And I also think it's difficult to compare yourself to anyone anyway, because I feel like we're all on different paths. And some of us have had more help than others. So if you feel like you know someone who's young and really successful, you may not know like what help they had from their parents or situations or people they knew or talents they may have, and it doesn't mean that you can't become successful too. Just we all flourish at different times. I would say 2 years ago it was kind of hard for me because everyone around my age was graduating from college if they went straight from high school. But I'm kind of over that because unfortunately I can kind of find myself thinking about them and I'm like, okay, they went to like a 4-year institution, but now they're also a barista or they're a dog walker. And I'm like, okay, so they only caught back up to me. Or they still live at home. Or they live at John's parents' house. I don't know. But that's 5 Fact Friday. Thanks everybody for tuning in and asking questions and being so supportive. And yeah, until next week. Also, I updated the 5 Fact Friday playlist, so now every 5 Fact Friday is on it. I know for a while there was like weird gaps in it, so you can watch it a lot more fluidly if you're into it. Okay, bye. Hey everyone, so we are in our house today doing a little updated house tour, how everything